Hello my friends, welcome back to the garden. Today we are finally getting to a project that I have had my heart set on for such a long time. We are putting in a pollinator garden on the southern side of the house, which is the ideal spot for flower and herb growing. And I'm just showing you here one of the beds that we dug out by hand. This was a nightmare. And so we've been dreading putting in this bed because the thought of going through that much back pain again did not appeal to us at all. So we were sent a new tool. It's a tiller, but the claim is that it can actually handle breaking up unprocessed ground, meaning, that the weeds and grass and whatever else is over there have never been broken up since this house was built. This house was built in 2011. So we don't have quality grass. We have weeds that we neatly trim once a week. So this is going to be a monstrous job, which is why it hasn't been done till now. We're pretty excited about it. We're taking you along for the ride. We are doing a full deep dive into pollinator gardening, what to grow, how to grow it, and we're starting today with breaking ground. I hope you enjoy this. I hope this tool works, because if it doesn't, my dream is over. But as always, that tool either earns its place or it doesn't. Let's find out. Here we are. This is the southern exposure of our house. This is the southern side. Those pallets are going to be moved because obviously we collect those because we do a tremendous amount of projects with them. And if you are in a homestead situation, you know the value of good solid pallets. You'd be shocked at what one can do with pallets. However, you see the delightful weeds here. We're going to take care of all that. But from here, I'm trying to back up smoothly. I'm sorry if I'm making you motion sick. I apologize. What we're doing in this area, let me back out so you can see, is we're putting in a pollinator bed. We have bees, as you know, and I make every effort to meet all of their needs. Now, bees fly miles in their efforts to collect pollen to do their jobs. But the benefit of having bees on your homestead is that you want them to pollinate your gardens as much as, oh, I'm on the phone. Okay, I'm not. So this is an area that has just been kind of a pain. It's hard to get to because of the pallets. So we're going to actually move those, which is not going to be a pleasant experience. We're going to bang on it first to make sure there are no spiders in there. They're going to kill us. And then I have this marking paint. And this is really important because this allows you to draw out in the ground and give you a really good idea of what your sizing is, make sure it's going to work for you, make sure what you have in mind actually will work in the space that is available. So we're going to mark this off, and we got a tool that was sent to us by a company that I'll give you all that information shortly. But this has made us think that this project has become doable again, and it is a battery-operated tiller, because having to open this all up with the shovel, it almost killed us doing the bed I just showed you. I can't imagine all these years later, my husband and I doing this, because one of you would have to call the paramedics. And newsflash, we live out in the middle of nowhere. You have no idea how long it takes for them to get here. It's, sadly, I do know, and it was a really long time. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So we're going to go ahead and start to set this up and show you the beginnings of what will hopefully be a really nice pollinator bed. And we're also going to be using a lot of herbs mixed into there so that we can expand our herbal apothecary. Now, the beauty of having something like that, having herbs and lots of flowering plants that are very specifically chosen as pollinators, will allow us to have more herbs that we collect and dry and use for our herbal remedies. But this is going to also go a long way. Now, the vegetable garden that you all know, let me turn this way. The vegetable garden you all know, that's my husband, is right back there. And it's big. It's probably close to an acre, I guess, or something like that. It's big. So we want to make sure that we give every opportunity to keep our bees on the property doing their job here. So if we meet more of their needs here, in theory, our hope is that they don't need to go as far. And that helps us out quite a bit, because before we had bees, there has been a noticeable difference in how much our harvests are. We have tremendously gained harvest size once we started keeping bees. So now the theory has been, increase meeting their needs, maybe what am I trying to say? Our harvest size will grow even further. One of the things you also need to consider, when you're taking care of bees and wanting to attract them to stay, you have to meet all their needs, not just their pollen needs. So we keep shallow water, little offerings of water around the property. I have a bird bath that I keep in the front bed. We keep them around, and it's very important to keep that water fresh and shallow. If the water is too deep, the bees drown. So if you do have deeper water, add rocks to it, and that lets them have a little place to stand so that they can drink their water. But if you meet their needs on your property, you have a better chance of having them not need to go so far. Will they still go? Of course they will. They're bees. They're going to do what they want to do. But I just want to give them the option, the reason to work more from home. So here we go. So the name of the tool that we're using is a battery operated tiller, and it comes to us from a company called TaskStar. When they made the offer to me, I always make sure that I have a real genuine need for something like that. Otherwise I decline. I have enough to do, and I have no interest in wasting your time or mine. This project is something that we have been holding on for such a long time because we just didn't, thank you, Henry. Sorry about that. We just didn't have the back for it. And even with this tool, I think it's still going to be quite a job. But without the tool, I don't think I was going to have this bed done anytime soon. So let's see how this goes. This is going to be an honest review. If it does well and you're interested in it, the tool will be linked below. If we find that it's just not a very good tool, I will not link it. Okay, so we're starting with our version of a clean palette, and we're going to mark off the area with the marking paint. Now, what's really cool about this stuff is that it has this nozzle and it works upside down. So that really does make it easy for you. And it's fairly easy to operate that. And I know because when you have to do the thing where you push your finger down, I get hand cramps. I don't know about you guys, but it's awful. So let's mark this off. That's nice. A nice curve and comes around that way. That's nice. You know what I find surprising is I think in my head I expected, because it's battery operated, it wouldn't have as much power. Does that make sense? All right, so the other battery's charging right now?
Yeah.
Was this battery?
They came fully charged.
All right, so then we'll get to know how much we get out of one battery. All right, that's good to know. No, I'm not wearing makeup, so if I'm scaring the kids, I apologize. It would melt right off my face. Battery died?
Yeah, it doesn't last very long.
All right, so we were working.
We have 3 of their tools, so I have 6 batteries.
But it only came with 2.
It only came with 2. And what was that? 20 minutes? 10 minutes?
That was about 20 minutes. I mean, that's a hard 20 minutes though. That thing was digging crazy.
What?
That was a hard work 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It comes with 2 batteries.
That means it's battery, so I don't know what I would expect, but
I will look to see if it's possible to buy additional batteries. We do have a couple of other tools by this company, which all come with the same battery. So I think it's the same battery. He's going to go swap it out and see. Otherwise, I will check to see if it's possible to buy batteries separately. I would assume so, but I can't say for sure because I didn't check. This is a butterfly bush, and it is one of my favorite plants on the property. Not only is it beautiful, but bees, butterflies go absolutely nuts for it, and I use it in cut flower arrangements, and they last for 4 days. So you don't get you're not getting a week to 10 days out of a cut flower from here, but they add such a beautiful structure to a flower arrangement that if you're into that sort of thing, you might consider a butterfly bush. They are a perennial. These are our Concord grapevines. I have wanted to make my own homemade grape jam for so long. And we finally stayed put long enough to actually be able to plant them. And if you look, grapes! I'm so excited. Look, there's grapes. You're so cute. I'm so happy to see you. I will tell you that these are a bit of a challenge to keep growing on their vines. It's really strong. And so it's kind of a wrestling match. I keep having to bring them up, and I keep trying to run them properly. This is someone coming to my house. Excuse me just a moment. Perfect stranger alert. And when you're out in the country, that's weird.
They made this very easy to take on and off, which I think is awesome.
Is it sharp? Is it hurting your fingers?
No. It's not a blade like a blade to cut, you know, like grass or something. So it's not built to be super sharp.
Wow. All right, that's a mess.
So it's about as sharp as a shovel.
Okay. So it's cutting power is coming from the torque.
Yes.
All right, so the same question I always ask when we're testing out a new tool. If you were going to go buy this with your own money for this exact job or anything like it, would you buy it?
Can I answer that when I'm finished?
Absolutely. I don't know if this is good or bad, but we are on the third battery. So each battery seems to last working this hard 20 minutes. So now we're at 40 minutes and we're just about done. But it did take 2 and just a little bit of a battery. Now I will tell you, okay, he's using one hand. I could not use one hand. It took 2 hands, and it was, I had to kind of steady myself. So if you're going based on someone with a little bit of a mobility issue, be aware that this does have a bit of a yank to it. It pulled me forward. I just want to be very clear about that. But it does a rocking job. Look at that. We are ready. Now what we're going to do here is we are going to take our landscape fabric and cover this so that no new weed seeds or so forth land in there and just decide, oh, that looks like fresh ground, let's go cover it. While we're waiting, there is another, because we're kind of doing outdoor projects today, and we have a gravel driveway, very common in the rural world. And one of the things that is a constant battle are weeds. As I told you, our lawn isn't grass, it's weeds that we trim nicely. Weeds growing in places where we just really, really don't want them. And the weeds try to swallow our driveway. And if we take our eye off of that, we actually lose inches of driveway. It's really obnoxious. So we have, same people sent us a battery-powered sprayer that mounts on your back like a backpack. And so we're going to give that a try and take care of it, because right now the weeds are fairly out of control in our driveway. So I'm going to show you that. I rate tools individually. So even if this tool is great, if the other one's not, I'm going to say so. And I'm very clear with the company, or any company that I work with, that I will tell the truth, and that's the way it is. And I warn them in advance. So they're aware and they're fine with it. That being said, if you have a situation where you have weeds just constantly going in between your rock work or swallowing your driveway, it is really a challenge. And what we've been using is one of those pumping kind that you have to pump it every few minutes, and then you have to, you hold the sprayer down. That is absolutely exhausting. So I'm kind of excited to see this new tool and see if it will work well. Now, as to the stuff we use in the sprayer, we do not use Roundup anywhere on the property. I don't want that stuff even anywhere near us. If it could be 20 miles away, that'd be great. However, the only spot where we actually do use a real weed killer is the driveway. Everywhere else, we use a homemade blend, and I will share that with you when I mix up the next batch. Okay, so we're done. It took 44 minutes to do the entire project. What is your opinion? If you had to buy that tool with your own money, would you buy it?
Yeah, I'd probably give it like an 8 out of 10. The only issue I have with it is the battery life. So it'd be nice if they had some like bigger batteries to make it last a little bit longer. Batteries probably last me about
20 minutes. We timed it.
What?
20 minutes. We timed it.
Each battery?
Yep.
There you go, 20 minutes. Like say, that's not really bad.
I don't know. I don't have anything to compare it to. How long does a battery usually
So,
last?
if you're doing 10 acres of corn, this probably isn't the tiller for you. But on any homestead, I'm very happy to have it. I'm very, very pleased that it's going to save me a lot of backache and a lot of shoveling, which I hate doing. So this is really cool. I didn't have much hope for it when we got it. I'm like, it's battery, it's so small, I'm stunned. I really am. I'm very happy with it.
Well, alrighty then. Hey, go get the backpack thing.
No,
What do you mean no? You work for me, man. All right.
apparently so.
That's funny. So this is the issue in the driveway. It's constant. It just looks so unkept. And if you knew us, you'd know that we are really careful about keeping things tidy. It matters. I can be a bit of a fuss budget. That's not the word my family uses, but I don't like them right now. That's not true. They just make fun of me. Anyway, that's my car. Her name is Matilda, and I love her. She's an older girl, but she's paid in full, which is my favorite price. And she has never let me down. Anyway, neither here nor there. This problem of the encroaching all over the driveway is always an issue. You'd be shocked how much driveway we get back every time we try to handle this. But with that hand pump, we don't do it as often as we should because it's a big job. It's a big driveway. So let's see how this works out. It is a battery operated, same battery, I think. Is it the same battery? Is it the same battery for this as for the other thing?
Yes.
Okay, so I was just showing.
Turn me on.
Turn you on. Oh, okay. Wait, don't. I'm going to show them. So hang on. Can you tell me where?
On the side somewhere. I can't remember which side it is.
All right, hang on.
It's a big
Wait.
button. Can't miss it.
Okay, hang on. I'm just trying to get you in frame. Don't move. You moved. Turn around, please. Okay, hang on. Let's find the on button for. Now, it's important you not do anything like this on a windy day because we have bees. It's just really important not to let any of this stuff get away from you. There has to be zero wind. This is the only place on the property that we will use an actual weed killer. We've tried the organic stuff and the homemade stuff on the driveway, and the truth is it just doesn't work. If it worked, I would much prefer to use that. Look at Matilda. Isn't she pretty? I'm sorry. I mean, look at this. This is downright uncivilized. Is it heavy?
On the back?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Could I handle it or no?
I wouldn't put it on your back. Your back hurts too bad.
He's sweet to me.
But you don't have to fill it up all the way. You know what I'm saying? It takes 6 liters or 8 liters. You can only put 4. Then it wouldn't weigh anything at all.
Okay, so for those of us with back issues, if we have to do this ourselves, fill it halfway.
Now, okay, so I don't know if it's fair for me to judge this thing because I usually use like a 3-gallon, one of those pump-up ones, and like every 4 seconds you're pumping that thing up again.
It's
and
the
it's
worst.
just exhausting, and it takes forever to do this job. Like I've already done, what I've already done, I would have had to pump at least twice to keep the pressure up.
It just continuously sprays?
Yeah,
Is it hard on your hand to hold that thing down?
a little bit. I might get a little band or something to hold
Oh,
it.
like a rubber band?
Something like that, yeah, something to hold it in.
Yeah, I have arthritis in my hand, so that's why I ask. I don't want to have any surprises for anybody who might find a tool like this useful, but you have some issues as well. I want to be very clear with the good, the bad, the ugly, all of it. Okay, so you got most of the driveway until we ran out of stuff, which is typical us.
Well, I didn't have that much. I just wanted to try it out before I went out and bought more stuff. It comes with several different tips. This tip, you're going to go through more with this tip than anything else. It also has angle tips. It has a shower head tip. It has like a 3-headed tip.
What on earth?
So you can get into, places and stuff. Again, with this company, you're surprised.
Hang on.
It's water mixed with a chemical, but it is water it was filled with. The chemical is this much.
Oh, it's a powder?
So the weight is the water.
Is it a powder?
No, it's a liquid. I get it from Tractor Supply. It's like it turns a real tedious job into literally a walk around your yard. I mean, I'm sure many companies make these. This one's great. It came with 2 batteries and a
I hear your
charger.
battery's still running. Turn it off.
I can't.
Oh, you can't reach. Can't reach.
It comes with 2 batteries and a charger. And the one nice thing about all of these tools, each battery has a meter on it. You just hit the button, and you can see how much life the battery has left.
Is that unusual?
I've not seen it before in any of the other tools that I have.
Oh, okay.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
All right, so the question again, if you had to buy that with your own
yeah,
money.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I was dreading doing this task.
I know, it's your least favorite.
I really was. I was dreading doing this task because it just takes so long and there's so much pumping, and I got carpal tunnel in my wrist, so holding that thing down forever was so. And this one at least, you need to hold it down. Oh, hang on. No.
You dork.
It has a little connection thing for it. I thought it was just a stupid thing, but it has a thing that'll keep it running for you.
That's funny.
So there you go. So
I'm sorry, I'm laughing into
all my
mic.
problems are solved.
After he's done.
As much as it takes, I might have to fill it up to do the whole yard. I probably have to fill it up twice. But I used to have to fill it up 7 times.
Oh.
So that's much better. And I don't have to pump, so I don't have to stop. Like literally every 4.5, 5 minutes, I would have to stop, pump it back up, and then you run out and you got to go back inside and fill it up. I mean, I probably could have got a bigger gallon one, but then they're heavy. You got to carry them in your hand. This fits on your back, so the weight's distributed nicely. And it's just, they're nice stuff. And then they put the battery where it's safe from the elements. So even if it rains while you're out there, the battery's being protected.
Oh, I hadn't even thought of that.
Great gadget. I absolutely would buy one.
All right then. Thank you very much, kind sir.